नमस्कार मित्रांनो, तुमचं स्वागत आहे मराठी MLL. Today we are going to see one of the very important topic, that is benchmark. As we know that every community, whether it's an open source or the closed community, releasing the open source model in the market. When they are releasing those models, they have shared some benchmarks. So it is very important to understand what is those benchmarks. Please note that I'm not going to cover very depth in detail how this benchmark is calculated. Rather than this video is only concentrated on what is the meaning of those benchmark or what are the parameter they are considering in those benchmarks. Okay, only that is the purpose of this video. So if you feel this, you know these things already, so you can skip or close this video. And if you feel this is very valuable, I would request to watch this video till end. Okay, so that it will help me to understand you and understand your requirement. Again, if you have any questions, queries, feel free to do the comment in the comment section of this video. I'm very happy to reply as early as. Okay, now let's not wait. Let's jump to the topic. Today's topic, that is benchmark of. So before going into the understand those benchmark, recently the OpenChat has released one of the important model, that is the OpenChat 3.6 3.68B, and these are the couple of benchmark: MMLU, GPQA, HumanEval, GSM-8K, math, and the average. Now if you look at this screen, the average, which is the 57.4, and it is good as compared to the other model. So they have done the comparison with the Meta, then Meta LLM 3B, Llama 3.8B, then this is the RLHF reported, RLHF major, Google Gemma-7B, 7B instruct, and the Notus. Okay, now the only one lacking benchmark is MMLU as compared to Meta Llama 3.8. 68.4. However, they are performing 66.3, which is not bad. Then next is the GPQ, right? In the GPQ, they perform 30.54, little bit good than the Meta Llama 3. HumanEval, they perform very nice, where the Meta performs 60.2, we performing 73.2. Then GSM 8K is 81.5. Then math is 30.5, and the average is 57.4. However, you can access this model on the UI. You just type the Google OpenChat. The UI is applicable. It's an open source. You can do the chat like a chat GPT. Okay, I'll provide you the link in the chat description. If you limited with the chat GPT uses, you can use this OpenChat. It is really giving the very nice output, and it is having the BOID function, that is bring your own data, means you can import the data in it, you can chat with your data. So it's a freeware. I'll encourage you guys to. Now let's come to the main topic, and let's understand each and every benchmark. The first benchmark is the, go to the next. Yeah. The first benchmark is the MMLU, that is called as the massive multi-language. Now this massive multitask language understanding, what is the meaning of this? So, so what is this massive multitask language understanding? Is a performance based on the understanding of the language. Okay, how the model is understand the language very well, that is the benchmark. So they have come up with some data set where they included the 57 academic project, in which in this MMLU there are a 1600 MCQ from various topic like maths, philosophy, law, medicine, and all those things. Okay, all those things, correct? And then they averaging each model performance as per the category. So they have 1600 MCQs, those 1600 MCQs from these topics. Okay, and they have categories into the humanities, social science, STEM, others, and then they do the averaging of this. So they calculate the score and do the averaging of this, and this way they will calculate the MMLU score. Okay, now it is very important. If you go back, there is something that I have mentioned. The MMLU is a 5-shot. Okay, let's take one step back before jumping into that. Let's understand what is shot. Okay, so I have included here in my slide the N shot. First let's understand what is the meaning by the shot. short is nothing but the whenever you are asking any question to the large language model, it's very important you to have the prompt very. So you are giving prompt in such a way that you are giving prompt with the some examples, okay, with some examples. So let's say here they have mentioned the 5 shot, means this MMLU is giving this kind of percentage with the help of an example. Okay, so for example, if I want to take the example, let's say how to calculate the average in maths, right? So you giving this prompt, along with that you are giving some example, 5 example to calculate this short. So when you are giving this 5 example along with your prompt, this model is giving 66.3%. so this is nothing but the n short. Understood? Now in OpenChat they have used, now in OpenChat they have used COT. Now what do you mean by COT? COT is nothing but the chain of thought. So what is exactly the chain of thought? Chain of thought is something that the step by step action. Let's say if you're trying to solve some complex stuff, okay, so it is very difficult to just to give the example, and maybe the LLM will not able to solve. So to solve the complex stuff, you have to do some step by step how to go achieve this complex task. Let me give some example. For example, let's say you are trying to calculate the hypotenuse value, and everyone knows that the Pythagoras theorem. So Pythagoras theorem is something like that. Let me a pen here. So maybe I assume that everyone knows that, but let's just for us to explain this concept. So let's say so let's say this is the triangle. I know that it's not perfect triangle, but let's assume that it's a 90. Okay, so this is hypotenuse, this is base, and this is the height. Okay, now as per the Pythagoras theorem, the h square, hypotenuse square, is equal to b square, that is base square plus the height square, right? Now LLM may not able to calculate, so how I can do? First I will ask LLM to calculate the base, to capture the base, to capture the height, then to capture the hypotenuse, do the squaring of the base square as my second step, do the squaring of the height square, and then do the addition. Whatever the addition will come, this is the result of the s square. Now to calculate the h value of h, what I can do, I'll calculate the square root of that number. So this way I will achieve the hypotenuse. So similarly, I'm giving this set of tasks to my LLM model to achieve the result. So OpenChat perform very well, which is a 66.3% as an average value, okay, when we are using the CO2, that is COT, okay, chain of thought. I hope you understand this, what is mean by the chain of thought. So chain of thought is very helpful when you are performing the complex task. However, it is not always to use recommended because it is a bit time consuming. However, InShot is very good if you want to do the quick adaptation, and let's say you have minimal data and you want the quick result, InShot performs very well. So this is all about the MMLU. Now how these are MMLUs getting calculated, how this MMLU dataset is averaging is done, that may be another topic, maybe I'll explain in later videos, but I hope you understand what is MMLU benchmark. I'll again repeat, the MMLU is the massive multitask language understanding. They have uses the dataset, huge dataset from the 57 academic project and the 1600 MCQ from the various topic like philosophy, law, and the medicine. Now let's jump to the another benchmark which is GPQA. Okay. Now what do you mean by GPQ? GPQ is the graduate level Google proof answer. Okay. Now again, it has some 448 MCQ based question. This MCQ based question from the domains like biology, physics, chemistry, and those questions are crafted by the domain expert to ensure the high quality and the difficulty. Now MMLU having some general MCQ based questions, okay, they may come from this topic, not, but GPQ is something like the, as name suggests, it's a graduate level Google proof question answer. It means that these questions will only able to solve if the person is a graduated from this domain. Okay, so we wanted to check whether the LLM is performing that level as a graduate level student or not. That is the purpose of this benchmark. Now when I who have designed this data set or this MCQ, these are solved by the expert with PhD or those are pursuing the PhD in the relevant field of the biology, physics and the chemistry. Only achieve this accuracy of 60. Means even if we are giving those questions, how much human can achieve only the 65% of accuracy. This is what the the benchmark. Okay, this is what the human benchmark I can say. Okay, now when I say Google prep, so it is meaning that this question cannot be easily answered if you search on the internet. Means, right, let's say there is a one question from the biology and if I search, it will not easily answer. And this way these questions have been set up, even human can achieve only 65%. Okay, and this is developed in such a way that only the graduate level student can solve, and the Google, it will not solve by in the simple Google search. And this is very challenging for both human and the AI system. I hope you understand the second benchmark. Now let's look at the OpenChat achieve almost 30.54. Now if you can look at the previous model released by the other uh, provider, it's only they reached till 34.2. Our GPQ rate 35.4 with the zero shot. Zero shot means no example, only the question with zero example. It's called as a zero shot. Understood? Okay, but see, the model is also itself not reaching to the human evaluation. Okay, so please remember, while selecting the model, don't expect my model is 100% it will replace the human. It is bit difficult this time, but this at least give you the idea. You cannot expect whatever the human does, it will done by the LLM completely. So please accordingly you can choose the model, and you can also, while setting up any objective, while solving any problem in your organization, you can have a level of expectation while doing this. Okay, let's move to the another topic, another benchmark, that is HumanEval. So we are now looking at HumanEval. In the HumanEval, it is something that it evaluates the functional correctness of the code generated by LLM through 164 programming language. So you can say in general, HumanEval is very helpful if you feel that you want your use case around the code. Okay, so this is very important. Now when I say the LLM is used here for the code correction, so what exactly they are doing, they check the functional signature generated by the LLM. Okay, when I say functional signature, it means it take the function name and its parameter, then it will check the docstrix whether the LLM is giving the brief description about the function or not correctly. Then it will check the body, that means the actual code of for that function. And the last is the unit test, whether the LLM generate the unit test properly or not. So this way, this is called as a human evaluation benchmark of the LLM. But when you are doing, they check this function, docstring, body and the unit test. And how many programming challenges they are using? They are using the 164 programming challenges. Okay, now let's look at the how OpenChat is performing here. Okay, so OpenChat is giving the 73.2, which is a very good score as compared to other models. Okay, now let's move to the another, that is called as a GSM 8K. Now what is GSM 8K? GSM 8K is the grade school math about the 8500 data set. Okay, GSM is stand for the grade school math. Now previously we have seen the graduate level stuff where they includes the biology, chemistry and other stuff. Okay, however in this GSM 8K they are looking at the 8000 like grade school maths, okay, and giving the 8500 data set and see whether LLM is able to solve the grade school math accurately or not. Again, the objective is to check the LLM check the reasoning capability of the LLM. Okay, so this is about the GSM 8. Okay, now if you look at the OpenChat has giving GSM 8K 81.5. I think this is really good. Even if you look at the Meta, it's giving 79.6. So this score and the human evaluation score is little bit good as compared to other score. Okay, and the last is the maths. where maths is something again, uh, it is a common maths. Okay, it's having the 12,500 maths problem from the different difficulty level, and this math include is not the grade, but from the elementary school maths to the advanced college level of maths include. And this benchmark helps to evaluate the breadth and the depth of the model mathematical knowledge. Okay, so this is about the another benchmark called as a maths. Now if you look at the score, here the score is little bit less, it's only 30.5. The only my assumption is that because it includes from the elementary to the advanced. Okay, the span is very high. Okay, now this is all about the benchmark. However, if you do the averaging of this, it is coming to the 57.4. So this is about the average. Okay, however, this average, I'm not saying it's pretty good as compared to meta, but at least a little bit good than the meta and as other model. In this benchmark, while this OpenChat released this benchmark, they haven't compared with the GPT-4, so you cannot find these things. But maybe you just search over the internet and just check those benchmark for GPT-4 or GPT-4 Omni model, and another Gemini model, Google Gemini model, and check this model with other model. And this is all about. I hope this video help you to understand about this. At least you know understand what is those meaning, what is the meaning of those benchmark, and it will help while you selecting any model for any kind of use case. Thank you for watching. This is a very short video. I really wanted to keep the short so that it gives the introductory. Uh, and at the end, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. That motivate mates to do more and more content, quality content to you, so that you can learn more and more into the space of LLM, generative AI, and machine learning. Thank you guys till now, and all the best.